Hello everyone! I'm back with a new video, and today I'm going to be transforming my lovely cat Katniss into Lilligant from Pokemon. I really felt this Pokemon has such a sweet and elegant design. It's really perfect for a cat costume, in my opinion, and I'm going to be using recycled boxes from my closet in order to make the costume. So I do have a little bit of experience. This is my costume last year from Halloween. I was Shogunyan from Yokai Watch, if you're not familiar. I really love making cosplays out of unconventional materials. For one, it's just really rewarding and fun for me, and I love using my creative mind to be able to put something from my thoughts into actions without using any crazy expensive materials. It's just really fun for me, and I just really enjoy doing it. So I really hope that you enjoy my process, and let's just get into it. Okay, so just to start off, I am just cutting and measuring the base here. I am using a fabric measuring tape instead of a, sturdy measuring tape. I do prefer to use the fabric measuring tape because it is just more more fluid, and I can move it around however I want to, which is just easier for me to lay down rather than a sturdy measuring tape. So that's what I'm doing here. And I do have the sketch underneath that has all of the measurements that it needs to line up to, and then my little sketch on the side. Just to clarify, Katniss does enjoy wearing costumes. I wasn't fully sure if wearing a hat would be out of her comfort zone, but in this case, I did make sure to take all of her measurements accordingly, which is, documented through my little sketch here. And I had her try on the leaf base whenever I did finish it, so it would sit comfortably on her head. It is really amusing to make a super detailed hat like this with her miniature measurements. Every little piece just felt so comically demure and petite. It was so cute. I remember as a child being really fond of putting Katniss in really funny costumes, things that came from my stuffed animals or my Build-A-Bear, things of like that nature, and she always really didn't mind them. She would just walk around like it was nothing. She didn't hate it. She didn't particularly love it, but she just seemed very neutral. She liked just, me giving her attention of any sort anyway. So it was just really cute to see. I remember seeing her in a little bunny costume. I may put it up here if I could find it. If I don't, just imagine she's just a really cute cat with the bunny ears. It was really cute. So in that case, I felt somewhat confident that she would like the hat, but I had to make sure. And especially just because I am putting so much effort into making the costume, I wouldn't want to have her, not even want to put it on at all. It would be pretty frustrating in that case. So whenever I had finished the base, as you were seeing before that I had painted, it, I made sure to put it on her first just to make sure, for one, that everything did fit properly, and as well as, that she wouldn't be trying to take it off or that she wouldn't want to wear it. Because in that case, I would just scrap the whole project altogether. So since we're still here today, she actually ended up wearing the final product, so hallelujah. As much as I love the journey to creating something new, the process of waiting for each and every piece and layer of paint to dry in between adding a new coat was particularly tedious, but nonetheless, there were enough small pieces here and there to rotate through the project, so that was really fun for me to do. I did have to make sure that I was filming while the sun was still up because I have lost my light box, and the light box that I've used for years for all of my photography projects and video making and everything like that. So I definitely need to get a new one, but I've totally been procrastinating on that. So hopefully I'll get that soon, and then I can start pushing out more videos, especially because it's pretty annoying to have to only wait when the sun is up and fall's coming. So for sure the sun's going to be coming down a lot earlier. So I do have a mini rant slash life update for you guys. So unfortunately, my life has just been so busy lately, but my yearning to create has really heightened, and I've just been having all these ideas flowing through me, everything regarding music and making cosplay, especially getting back into cosplay and those kinds of things. It's just been really heightened lately, getting back into making makeup content, dance content, just overall just creating anything that I can, updating like my art account and everything, just constantly wanting to post as much as possible. I'm always pretty active, but I'm just not creating something actively all the time, and it's just a bit more difficult. But I am always trying to stay active and still trying to make sure that these accounts are definitely alive. Um, I don't know if it's just me, but just living a productive life helps me to nurture my art creations. But yet, I have just had so much less time to pursue them fully, especially working 8-hour shifts pretty much every single day of the week, besides, 2 days completely off. And sometimes I just want to rest, or I just want to work out, or I just want to just do something completely different. So I am just, navigating life. I'm graduated from high school. I'm moving into adulthood, and I just feel like this is how life is just going to turn out for me as I grow into adulthood. Coming to terms that concept is just pretty daunting right now. Just having to realize, hey, you're not really a kid anymore. You're kind of becoming an adult and self-sufficient in that regard. So it's like you have to motivate yourself, and I feel like having my routine, especially the routine in regards to working, making money, I feel like has motivated me to create more, because I feel like I'm working and then I'm getting that return of having those days off, particularly to just have for me and for my art, and being able to pursue my art and my artistic endeavors, things like that, is really becoming more comfortable for me. And I mean, I'm still really early in my full-time work. It's still in the flow of everything, so I'm still getting the hang of everything. I'm still trying to manage this balance. So I do apologize if that does kind of have a delay here, but for my, few viewers here and there, I know it's like I just want to keep my account going. I still want to keep posting. I don't want to end up with another neglected account or another moment where I'm like, well, I don't have any videos up. I just want to post as much as I can, but it is difficult being able to balance these two together, especially because I don't have that yearning to be famous. I don't want to get big. I don't want to be a big, massive influencer, but I do want to have something that I can look back on, just something that I can just see I completed. I like having that sense of security, and I feel like that's just something that I lack here and there. So I do apologize about that sort of delay, but I feel like I'm more so apologizing for myself and not for any of my viewers, because I have a feeling most of my viewers don't care. Do you? I don't know. Comment down below. Do you care if I post often, or are you like, just post whenever you want? I don't care. I have a separate life. I don't have parasocialism. I don't know. But it's just something that has been on my mind lately. And in this case, I do feel like I'm just sure that I'm not alone in this, in feeling this way. But also, just as a young artist with so many ideas, I feel like I couldn't execute in full due to, the measures of school, mental exhaustion, imposter syndrome, and various other hardships in life that I'd been through. I feel somewhat free now. I feel like even with this routine of having to work these 8-hour shifts and, still living at home and still having that freedom of not having to have all these living wage type of issue, because I still have support in those kinds of things. I feel free to a degree because I don't have to worry about studying anymore, at least not strictly. I am still in the process of studying. I am getting in the process of becoming an interpreter, which is pretty awesome, but that does take work, and I do need to get language certifications and be able to do that. But I'm taking it at my own pace. I feel like it's just better. I just get my bread up like everybody else says. I don't know if anyone even cares about this. This is just my safe space, but it is just something I've been wanting to get off of my chest. Just certain milestones just seem more dreadful looking back on them, especially in regards to high school. But just moving forward and blooming into the vibrant human you're meant to be, it's like I can finally just begin. I'm no philosopher, but nor was I born to be the wisest fellow to reach out for advice, but I feel like I'm learning, and I feel like I'm learning pretty quickly, at least for my age. And just as the days pass, everything just gets easier, and life just becomes so much more simpler and so much less complicated, at least right now. Who knows what it's going to be like in the future, but right now I just feel like I can do what I want, but I definitely have to do it at my own pace, and I think that's working for me right now. And also, in regards to me saying that things do get easier, I do understand that, growing into adulthood is not easy. It's never going to be easy, but in some cases I do feel like it is easier in regards to kind of social hierarchy in high school and things like that is just really difficult, especially when you kind of stick out or you kind of stand out into a degree. I feel like now that I'm an adult, it's like embraced that you stick out because people recognize that. And I feel like the more older people that I'm around, the more I feel like I'm appreciated rather than people that are my age. I feel like I'm not as appreciated, but I think that's just been my life from the beginning. But at least now I'm surrounded by, people that are already in the workforce that do appreciate me and that do recognize me. And that's just something that I feel like I lacked, pretty much all of my years through school. So that's really nice to see. Alright, so that does conclude my little mini rant and all of my talking points in regards to making my Lilligant costume. I hope you enjoy the rest of my process, so enjoy. Hi, you've reached my outro. Thank you so much for watching my video all the way to the end and listening to me yap about my creative process. Make sure you like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!